for those who are first hearing about you or haven't heard of you before, just tell us a little bit about your background with TT, what were you doing before, and how you doing today?
Yeah, of course. So like I said, I started with TT about almost 2 years ago.
Mhm.
Before I did TT, I pretty much didn't know anything about trading. I was just trading options, pretty much kind of blind, I guess you can say, because my only source was off IBD, and I didn't really know how to read charts. Pretty much, a stock virgin, I guess you can say. So I was doing options for, like I said, about 6 months. I think it was around like December of 2019 or November of 2019. That's when I first started. And then I joined TT at the end of April, and just learned so much about trading. Pretty much everything I know about trading is because of TT. Um, so I started off with $10,000, and then with my options brought it up to about 20, around there. And then when I started TT, I was around like between 20 and 22, I think it was. And then I was just started off slow. When I For the first about 2 months, month and a half, I was pretty much just paper trading, because just with anything, you can't just go full ham and expect to just pick it up off the bat and start making money. So I was doing paper trading. I was doing pretty well, and then I took my first big hit as with real money, and that could definitely put your mind in a state of, can you do this, can you not do this? And it's pretty much just I've stuck it out ever since, and just learn day by day, take it step by step, learning from the pros, just soaking it in like a sponge. um you know uh just staying away from that emotional game until you can actually control your emotions. And then yeah, ever since, let's see, I say about July-ish, around July of 2020 was when I started turning things around, and started actually, propelling myself in the TT strategy, and reading the charts, and understanding, you know, um, the trading game pretty much. I still don't fully comprehend it, but and every day I learn something new. But if you just stick to it every single day, it's just like anything in life. You just got to get better and better and better at it. Um, so yeah, I guess, and then like I told you guys, at the end of 2021, I reached my goal, because I also pay myself out of my account too every 2 weeks. So when I started in when I started in 2021, I think I had around 30,000 in my account, and then I was paying myself out. And then by the end of 2021, uh, I reached over 100K in profits.
Thanks,
Um,
man.
yep. And then ever
I remember that day.
since, huh?
I remember that day. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
a thing happened. A thing happened, guys.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a milestone moment to me, because I've been in the healthcare industry. I did sales, graduated UCF with business management, and there's just nothing like trading that just allows you to, you know, make as much money as as you can, as you want. Um, and Yeah, so that has been really good for me. And then this year so far, knock on wood, I've been doing really well too. I pretty much doubled my trading account. I started this year at 40, and now I'm about 75. But I'm still paying myself out every week, pretty much the exact same, from last year. um, and yeah, I mean, if you just stick to the TT method and don't do anything else, you would see how fast your account will grow. Um, and it also comes to managing. You just don't want to throw in your whole account size in a trade. You want to make sure that you're following the rules that TT has. Going with, you know don't lose more than 1% of your account in any trade. You know, I know it's human nature to um what is it? Like, I know it's human nature to like not think that you're wrong, but in this game it's like when you're wrong, like you have to treat it as a coin flip. You know, if you and your friend were betting, you know, $20 on heads and he was betting $20 on tails, if it lands on tails, it's really not going to affect you, you know, because you knew the probability was 50-50. So you have to think of trading as all probabilities. And that's how I see it, you know. So if I lose on a trade, I kind of laugh because it just, you know, it is what it is. I was wrong, and in life, you know, you're going to be wrong about things. The worst thing you can do is not accept that you're wrong, because when you do that, that's when pretty much your whole trading life just starts crumbling down.
Mhm.
So that's helped me a lot, was noticing that, hey, when I'm wrong and I'm, you know, if I lose, you know, my 1% in a day on 2 trades, then that just means, you know what, I'm not on it today. You know, let me clear my head. Tomorrow's another day. Because, you know, trading is, in my opinion, it's a lot to do with psychology. And if you're not in the right mindset, um, more often than not, you're going to lose money. And yeah, so pretty much, like I said, I only really have pretty much 2 strategies that I use. Is I use the 8 and 21, like the crossover play on my charts, and then the TT strategy with the pivots, and that is it. I keep it super simple. You know, don't try to overwhelm. Don't try to do new things. Pretty much don't. What's that saying? It's
I don't
don't fix
overthink it.
anything that's not broken.
Uh-huh.
You
Yeah.
know, so if it's working for you and you're doing well, like, why are you going to switch it up? Just keep doing it and just keep going. You know, it's like Ricky said, I think it was Ricky, what was it, your Sunday prep about P&L porn on like Twitter and all this stuff. I mean, it's
Uh-huh.
really easy to look, like I said, this game is all psychological. So it's really easy to look at, you know, people making $20,000, $50,000, and you're over here making, you know, $120, $240, and then you get depressed because you're not making that, and then you start thinking, hey, you know, let me up my size, and then you lose big, you know, and then your mind goes back into that situation. It's like, man, can I really do this? It's like, yes, you can, if you just stay in your lane. You know, you have to stay in your lane before you could start trading with the big boys. You have to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you're a sick baseball player and you're coming out of high school, they don't just put you straight into the big show. Like, you have to go through the farm league. You have to go through single A. You got to go through double A. Like, it doesn't matter if you're number one prospect. You still have to go through those levels before you can get to the big show. And that's how I see trading as, you know, you gotta break through those levels to get to, you know, Adriano status, Ricky status, you know, Linus status, Goose status, you know, all those traders that are making, you know, that type of money. Can you get there and do it? Yes. Will it take some time? Yes. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much my advice that I give to new members. Just stay in your lane and know which lane um, you're in. You know, it's really easy to get distracted in this game, and you just got to stay focused and treat this as a business, not like a video game.
What I love about your mindset, Luigi, every time we talk is you are very steady on the long-term aspect of your trading career. That's never
Oh yeah.
wavered. Every time we talk, you're just like, yep, it's okay. Like, it takes time. It takes time. And you know, I don't know, Ricky, I want to hear your thoughts on this, but I've heard it said that you know, to get fully actualized before you even start, you know, like your trading career, it's a 4-year process to get all the way to like this, like at a point where you're trading at a point where you're like actually leveling up incrementally over time better. I mean, it's probably an all, you know, all life process really, you know, if you want to really talk about it. But you know, for beginners who think like, hey, this is something that I can, you know, do on the job training, risk real money for the first 3 weeks, and then like I'm good to go. It's a long game. It's a long game.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, That's a really, really common question. Everybody wants to know, like, how long does it take? But there's no friggin' one size fits all answer. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
dude, it depends. How disciplined are you? How like how much time are you going to put in, and or do you have somebody right off the bat that's going to show you the right way? Um,
Mhm.
I think there's things you can do to put yourself in a position where it will not take you as long. But like Luigi said, like have, even if all the stars are aligned, there is a process, and it is not overnight. So like, um, but yeah, like if you actually, like last night on the Instagram live, Ken in Miami came in, and he had made a comment, something to the effect of like, dude, how crazy is it that like my first ever chat room was True Trader, and I stumbled upon like Adriano and Goose and them, and I was like, dude, I've said that a million times. Like, some people don't understand how lucky they are if the first chat room they find is this, because it took me years to meet Adri.
That
Like,
was
I've
that
been
was that was me too, man. It's my first and only chat room.
exactly. So like, if you're one of those lucky people that like find a good mentor, and I'm not trying to say like that has to be True Trader, right? Like if you find a mentor from a different room and he's teaching you and he's showing you the right way, then dude, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to possibly cut your learning curve down, but it doesn't guarantee anything. And the people that learn the fastest are the ones that have the most discipline. And you know, I can't harp on discipline enough. Like, if you don't have discipline, you will not make it in trading. Period.
Yeah. 100%. And like I said, TT has so many materials uh, to review and go over, and I mean, there's just so much study notes and just everything that has to deal with trading that are available to you 24/7 on the website. And like I said, that's why I highly recommend to just for the first month and a half, just literally just soak everything in like a sponge. Like the market is not going anywhere. The market is not going to go anywhere unless we get like an Armageddon or something like that. Then that's a different story. But the market is going to be there the next day. It's going to be there the next day. So what's giving up a month of your life to completely understand, well, not completely understand, because you're not going to completely understand anything in a month, but to get a better grasp of trading and to learn from the best ones that do it. Like I said, I've only been
Mm.
trading for 2 years. I've been doing so well. It's just because I've acted like a sponge. I literally just saw what Goose was doing, what Ricky, what Linus, what Adriano, what all the pros were doing, and why were they doing it. It's just like, why were you doing it at that spot? Why? Oh, okay, I see now. You know what I'm saying? Like, take a step back. Don't try to um like I said, don't try to run a race with Olympic sprinters when you're not even a college athlete or something like that. You, like I said, you just have to stay in your lane. Learn the material, what we're going through, because you know there is a lot of other methods in trading and strategies, but this method, this strategy with the reversal, the TT method, it works in any given market. It doesn't matter if it's a bull market. It doesn't matter if it's a stale market or a bear market. It works. And it's up to you on how much you really want to understand the strategy and the process of pretty much what all the pros and the mods and Benito has put into this. You know what I'm saying? Because the worst thing that we want as a member is for people to just be like, you know what, this sucks. I'm not good at this. It's people do that is because you didn't give it any time. You're not giving the strategy or the methodology time to understand and to grasp it. Even though there's pivots that True Trader gives us, those pivots are just averages of what the stock has been doing over the past day, the past week, the past month. That's not a guarantee. Those are just, averages. You really want to look for price action, and you really want to, you know, there's a lot other things to go to trading than just buying and selling. And that's why, with the archives that TT has, and all the videos and everything. I highly recommend it, just to you're going to do yourself a favor, you're going to do your future self a favor, that if you just, you know, take your time and understand the game, you're going to go a lot further than you think.